that our flag was still there.
I got my eye on the three of you guys. You pull one thing, you're out of this game. Now I run a clean game here. I have any trouble, I'll suspend you. I'm listening to a fucking song!
Yep, so week 6 is in the books. And once again, the crying penguins should be called the tying penguins, because Jesus Christ, I got another fucking tie this week. By the way, Josh, thanks for the text. Just because we tied does not make us gay for each other. We're not broke back. We're not going to the man dance. Pat's not dressing like John Holmes, getting all naked on us. We're not gay. Friday night rolled around, I know Pat was celebrating. You know, he had to have thought he had me. I know he had goals wrapped up. His whole goalie stat. He started sitting goalies by what, Thursday? Because he had that wrapped up. That sucked. I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I keep playing my goalies? Whatever. Which brings me to a little bit of whine mode. I know that the first couple weeks I was like, yay, goalies. But after the last few weeks and I look at this, I'm like, wait a second, we have 10 stats to go by, 3 of which are goalie stats, which means a third of your stats can be determined by 1 or 2 guys on your team. Which this week it was. Pat had goalie stats wrapped up by the first night, I think. And there was nothing I could do. He just set his goalies at that point. After, I guess the second night is when he could set his goalies, when he had the goals against at 1 and a save percentage of .97. There's no way I'm catching up to that. So he just sits his goalies. So in the future, we need to have more stats to offset those goalie stats, because 2 guys shouldn't take up a third of your points. Just my opinion. But you know, Friday, I swear, I thought I was done. But there was no way I'm catching him. The only thing I had that was going for me was my plus minus, and that was so far out of his reach that he couldn't do anything.
Really? Really?
But for the rest of it, I was just, there's no way I'm going to do anything. But then Saturday came around, and Dan Boyle. Dan's 10-minute misconduct penalty really got me back into the game. It renewed my hope that I had a shot at winning. But it wasn't just Boyle. It was also Taylor Hall. Thanks for sitting him out, Pat.
Really? Really?
Edmonton drubbed Chicago 9-2, and Hall had a hat trick, 4 shots on goals, and 2 power play points. If you look at our stats for the week, that would have tied him in goals, we would have taken the shots on goal, and he would have tied me in power play points. That would have been the week.
Please don't put this on your blog.
And because of Pat's costly mistake of not starting Hall, the game came down to Sunday night once again. Was I going to win it? Was I going to lose it? Or was I going to get another fucking tie? Sure enough, I get the tie. But I had my chance to win. I mean, going into the very last game of the night, I pretty much just needed shots on goal and to pick up 1 penalty. And I would have won that game. Instead, I don't pick up the penalty, I get the shots on goal, and the game goes to a 5-5 tie once again. So Pat, you got lucky in week 6. Because of that bullshit luck, Cliff's now in first place in my division. That sucks. What can I do though? It's always next week.